Hello and welcome to the Naturopathic Vlog. My name is Jason Lee and I'm here to talk about some things on health and wellness for you and your family. The holiday times are upon us, and unfortunately the holiday times, while it's an awesome time to get together with friends and family, it's also a time where it can put us into situations that can adversely affect our health. So we're going to go over the 12 steps to making it a healthy holiday for you and your family. Okay, so step number 1, curb your food cravings. For a lot of people, when they go out to these holiday events and things, there's so many different kinds of foods. I mean, all these different kinds of dishes, and some of them are fantastic, and you just go and you're hungry and you want to go and you go eating all these things all at once, and people just overeat. So what I do is I usually eat before I go out to these cocktail events. So I'll have something small like a soup or a salad or something to just fill you up. So when you go to these events, you're more picky in the choices you make and you're able to make better decisions in the foods you pick and you don't overeat. Step number 2, be a food snob. Again, when you go to these awesome buffets and hors d'oeuvre parties, there's so many things to choose from and it's hard to resist and people want to try everything. But put it this way, don't waste your calories on something that you don't really like. Have it on the things you really, really enjoy, things that are homemade and very special for the holiday season. Step number 3, don't skip meals. A lot of times people think, well, I have a huge Christmas dinner tonight or a huge holiday event dinner tonight, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to have breakfast, I'm not going to have lunch. That's actually disastrous. What happens when you skip a meal is the cravings start to get really intense because your blood sugar drops so low. By the time dinner comes, you've gone to town on the appetizers and you're going crazy on drinks and other kinds of starchy things just to feel full. So in the end, what happens, and studies have shown this, people actually eat a lot more when they skip their breakfast or skip their lunch or just skip meals throughout the day, trying to save it for that special dinner at night or that big brunch in the morning kind of thing. Number 4, assess the food selection before you start eating it, okay? It's one of those things, it's all about planning. So when you go to these events, make sure you wait till all the food is served first before you make your decisions. Sometimes at events they'll start serving foods bit by bit, and you start eating bit by bit as well. And studies have also shown that when people do this behaviorally, they actually eat a lot more and eat even faster as the food comes. So it's best to wait till everything's put on the table and then make your decisions and choose wisely. Step number 5, alternate alcoholic beverages with non-alcoholic beverages, like water or other kinds of things. So for some people during events, I mean, it's really easy. The drinks are there, a lot of it's open bar, people just go to town on these things, and we end up over drinking. And a lot of these drinks, not only do they have a lot of alcohol in them, which can affect the body, but there's also a lot of empty calories in them as well, which often helps us put on weight over the holiday season. So best to drink slow. Nurse a drink, and in between each drink maybe have a glass of water or whatnot to fill yourself up. That way you're not drinking so much alcohol throughout the holiday season, but you can still enjoy that glass of wine, that Christmas cocktail. Number 6, make one trip to the holiday buffet. For a lot of people as well, when they go to the buffet, it's all about, well, I'll just get this the first round, and I'll save that for the second round, and I'll get this the third round and the fourth round, and it just ends up being crazy for people. We overeat, and we get that stuffed feeling at the end of the night. So what I would suggest doing is take your plate, assess the whole buffet, and just pick a little bit of the things you really, really enjoy and call it a night from that. Usually after you have the first course, that whole plate, if you can wait like 10 minutes after that, most people aren't hungry and they don't need to go for that second, third, or fourth helping of food. Step number 7, try and skip the breads. A lot of these Christmas buffets and things, they'll have a bread plate, they'll have all these bready types of things. And I know when you get to these things, people are often hungry, so they pile up on all these things, and then like, I still haven't even started the main course yet. And by then we're full, but then we feel obligated to eat the main course as well, so we overeat. So my best advice is when you get there, try to avoid the bready type foods, the bread type appetizers, and just go right for the main courses when it comes. Step number 8, send leftovers and desserts home with your guests. This is a tough one because even I'm totally guilty of this as well because I have company that comes over and there'll always be leftovers and people are like, oh, just take it, and you can eat it, and I'll end up eating it over the next week. So my best advice is at the end of the night, get those brown paper bags, put extra desserts in there, extra food, and give it to people as doggy bags to take home so they can enjoy it. And that way everybody can kind of enjoy the food and you're not stuck with all this leftovers that you're eating over the next few days or so. Step number 9, use smaller plates when you're eating over the holidays. So a typical dinner plate actually should be something like this, even though it seems like an appetizer plate. So this is an average size plate for a good quality meal. But a lot of the time, I mean, when you go to these buffets, people give you these kind of plates like this. They may have bigger plates, and people want to fill all the way to the perimeter of the plate. So my suggestion is take this, visualize it in your head, and kind of visualize. You don't have to fill the plate all the way to the edge. You can fill it just to the middle and keep it in the center. So sometimes a smaller plate, if it's not served to you, at least in your head if it's there, you can think about it so you can you can basically load the food on appropriately. That doesn't also mean you can pile it this high either. So, I mean, just keep it in this range and you're pretty good to go. Step number 10, watch out for sugary drinks. The holidays is a fantastic time to get together with friends, but often the drinks start rolling. And some of them are really sugary and people don't realize it. Like drinks like eggnog, sodas and pops, and certain alcoholic beverages have lots of sugar in them. So we start pounding those things back and they taste good and they go down very quickly, but people don't realize that some of these things have up to 50 or 60 grams of sugar per cup. And you might have more than 1 cup, obviously, of these things. So be careful when you're looking at trying to maintain holiday weight or trying to regulate a healthy diet over the holiday. The drinks are something we should really focus on as well. Step number 11, always stay active over the holidays. I know when the holidays come, our schedules go off, and some people, their workout schedules go off as well, and they're like, oh, I'll just get back into it after the holidays. But my advice is, if you can, try and maintain a workout schedule over the holidays as well. It's great for stress relief and helps you from putting on the weight at the same time. So there's many things you can do. You don't have to go to the gym and do a full 2-hour workout every day. Even a 25-minute, like I use a videotape that I use called T25. It's a 25-minute workout video that I really enjoy. It's fantastic and gets you a good burn. Or you can go on a spin bike for 20 minutes. You can go for a walk or a jog. Something really short and quick. You can do it in the morning or do it just before your guests come. It also helps to regulate blood sugar, and you might not eat as much as well. So maintain that workout schedule. Step number 12, sit down, chew your food, and eat slowly. Over the holidays, we tend to rush sometimes when we're eating or we're preparing some things for people and trying to eat and do all these things all at once. And we end up eating way too fast. The average person, when they sit down to eat a meal, especially for dinner, can take them around 10 minutes. And sometimes that's way too fast, especially when it takes so many days to make these wonderful Christmas meals. So make sure you sit down when you eat. Also focus when you're eating. Studies have shown that when we don't focus or we multitask while we're eating, we can actually eat almost twice as much as we would if we just focused on the meal. So these things, of course, can make us overeat, make us feel kind of crummy afterwards. So make sure when you're eating your holiday dinner, sit down, focus on the wonderful food that's been taking time to prepare, and enjoy your meal. So over the holidays, it's important to forget the all or nothing mindset when it comes to food. Depriving yourself of food sometimes over the holiday can make you feel guilty during the holiday season. That's not really part of the holiday spirit. So it's okay to go off the wagon here and there for those special meals, but on the meals where you're not around family, you're not entertaining, go back to your regular clean eating diet. So hope these tips are really helpful for you. I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday season and enjoy, and we'll chat soon. Take care.